Hello? I wish to register a complaint. Hello? Zeus?
Here, what do you mean, Zeus?
Oh, I'm sorry, I have a cold. I wish to make a complaint.
We're closing for Sabbath. Even omnipotent beings need rest, you know.
Never mind that, my lord. I wish to complain about this ocular organ which my species was bestowed with not 10,000 years ago from this very heavenly realm.
Ah, yes, the human eye. What's wrong with it?
I'll tell you what's wrong with it, my lord. It's about the worst example of intelligent design imaginable. That's what's wrong with it.
No, it's a perfect design that demonstrates the love I have for humanity.
Look, lordy, I know a bad bit of design when I see one, and I'm using one right now. Or two, actually.
No, it's not unintelligent design, it's mysterious. Remarkable ocular organ, the human eye, innit, eh? Beautiful cornea.
The cornea don't enter into it. This eye is bloody backwards.
No. It's perfectly designed by me, the infallible intelligent designer of all life.
All right then, if it's perfectly designed, I'll take a look at its inherent perfect design specifications, shall I? Well, hello, eyeball! I see that your light-receptive photocells are all facing the wrong bloody direction. Yoo-hoo! What a smashing big blind spot you've got there through which the nerve fibres and blood vessels pass.
But you can see with it, can't you?
Yeah, only due to the massive compensatory work that takes place in the occipital cortex of the brain, which takes the paltry images collected by the eye and renders them into a reasonable representation of the external environment.
Oh, no. It would work perfectly well without all that.
It would produce an image that's upside down and covered in whopping great bloody dark patches.
No, that's the result of sin, you see.
Sin?
Yeah, sin. Since sin entered the world at the Garden of Eden, things got a bit higgledy-piggledy, see? And besides, your questioning the perfection inherent in my flawless design is just a case of human arrogance.
Look, matey, its photocells are backwards. The passage of light is hindered on its path to the light-receptive cells by the layers of blood vessels and nerves. There's a ruddy great blind spot where these wires pass through the back of the eye. It's prone to scleritis, keratitis, corneal ulcers, cataracts, macular degeneration and glaucoma. Now that is what I call shit design.
No. It's intelligent design. Perhaps just slightly negatively impacted by man's choice to rebel against my demand that I be endlessly obeyed.
Now look, lordy, I've definitely had enough of this. That ocular organ is definitely shit. And when you bestowed it not 10 millennia ago, you assured us that its design was the work of the very supreme essence of universal intelligence. Not a bumbling, wasteful and incompetent buffoon who could never even hope to land a job with even a third-rate camera company.
Well, it must have been fiddled around with by the devil.
Fiddled around with by the devil? What kind of talk is that?
Yeah, the devil likes buggering things up like this. Why do you think you've got an appendix? Why would an intelligent designer include a potentially rupturous, yet completely useless organ in his favourite species? Remarkable ocular organ, innit, the human eye? Lovely cornea.
Look, I took the liberty of examining the biology of pretty much every known species of flora and fauna on the planet, and I discovered the only reason that you've been able to get away with the label designer at all was because a slow, gradual process of natural selection operating upon extremely small changes in the frequency and function of genes over millions of years had given rise to an enormously wide range of distinct species, each remarkably adapted to survival and successful reproduction within certain environments, giving the illusion of design that is particularly attractive to those who are ignorant of the unbiased and peer-reviewed findings of biological inquiry that have been revealed in the past century and a half, and who can't be bothered opening up a fucking book to find out about it.
Well, of course I had to make everything look as though it had a kind of scientific explanation. How else was I going to test your faith in me? And if I'd made everything perfectly, which I did, incidentally, then that would have taken away the free will of my people, and voom! They'd all be sent straight to hell! Or something. It's complicated.
Voom? Mate, I'm beginning to think you're so incompetent as to be only possible in fiction, so I don't reckon anyone's going to voom to either heaven or hell at any time. That's what I reckon. You're a made-up figment of the imagination of some superstitious Palestinian bigots and nothing more. Either that, or you're a terrifyingly dismal designer who can't even point light-receptive cells in the right direction. And then we're all screwed.
No. It's a perfect, mysteriously perfect design that you're incapable of understanding, that's all. And it got fiddled with by the devil and all
It's
that.
not intelligently designed. It's ass backwards. It's upside down. It's got a bloody great blind spot. It's prone to myopia, astigmatism and retinal detachment. It's a dud. If you hadn't installed elaborate compensatory mechanisms in the brain, we'd be able to see about as well as the blind mole rat Spalaxtyphilus, which has tiny eyes completely covered by a layer of skin. Which is a whole separate question in itself. Why the hell did you give them eyes in the first place if they were meant to live in pitch black darkness and not see anything?
Mysterious? Something to do with Noah's flood?
Oh, come on, don't start with that shit. Actually, forget I even asked. Look, the retina is upside down. You've got 6 muscles moving each eye when 3 would suffice. It's particularly attractive to parasites such as Dermatobia hominis, the human botfly which burrows into eyes to lay its eggs. What I'm saying is that overall, you could have done a lot better. This is a shit eye!
Well, I'd better replace it then.
God, talking to him in the same room is barely more effective than praying to him from Earth. If you want to get anything done in this universe, you've got to do it your bloody self.
Sorry, Squire, I've had a look around the back of the shop and, I'm right out of sensible and efficient ocular organs. I gave them all to the squids and other cephalopods. I figured that their eyes should be invaginations of the body surface rather than outgrowths of the brain, and consequently they lack a cornea. Also, their retinas aren't back to front like yours. I mean, like you think yours is, but it isn't. It's perfect.
I see. I get the picture. What else have you got back there?
Well, I got eternal bliss in the kingdom of heaven after you die. No, hang on, actually, I can't really give you that. I don't think you're the type to fall for the kind of thing I need you to believe before I can allow you to have that. I can give you a whopping great pair of antlers.
Pray tell, how are you suddenly going to give humans a trait from a species on a line that we haven't had a common ancestor with for hundreds of millions of years? What, are you now suddenly going to perform the first ever non-sexual gene transfer between 2 different species? Apart from bacteria, that is, of course.
Hey, and nematode worms, and fruit flies, and bedelloid rotifers.
Yes, okay. But look, these antlers, can they see?
Not really.
Well, they're hardly a bloody replacement, are they?
No, I guess not.
Well?
Do you want to just stop believing in me? I really am a bit of a load of old bollocks, aren't I?
Yeah, alright, sure.